Hi everybody, my name's Deanne. I'm going to show you how to resin your rocks. And what this is going to entail is I'm going to mix the solution. I'm going to show you how easy it is to put on the rocks. These are my rocks that are ready to roll. And what I find with the resin, I just find that's a complete game changer when it comes to the rocks. So right now I think they look awesome, but once I put the resin on and let them dry, it's like Christmas. I come and I see this beautiful, sparkly, wet looking rock, and it's just phenomenal. And the pictures just don't do it justice. So I'm gonna show you how easy it is to do it. So what I ended up doing is I bought some resin from Home Hardware. I can't recall the name of it, but it's 1 part to 1 part solution. And I tried some other ones, and this is the one that I really like so far. It takes 24 hours to cure, and I find that I don't know, the finish is just unbelievable. So I'm just gonna measure a teaspoon of the one. I've got them sorted because one time what I did was I actually mixed 2 of the same solution together. So that's a teaspoon, that's going in. I'm gonna let it drip as much as I can because I need to get everything off the spoon because it has to be equal parts. Otherwise, if you mix 2 of the same, you'll end up with a sticky rock. So one part of it is the hardener. So I've let it drip out, and now I'm gonna add another teaspoon. I'm not gonna talk this time because if I talk, I won't concentrate. There we go, 1 teaspoon. There we go. And we're gonna put it into the cup. Now I'm gonna mix it. So what I wanna do right now is I usually mix it for about 2 minutes because I wanna make sure all the lumps are out. You wanna make sure that it's in a clean cup because you don't want any little dust particles or anything on your rock. So I'm just stirring it, making sure there's nothing that's gonna go in it. I also have to make sure there's no bubbles. So I'm just gonna stir and stir and stir. I see little baby bubbles flying in the air. Okay. This is the best part of my rocks. And then what I do, because I usually just mix one, kind of like a large teaspoon, because then I'm not wasting anything, and this will be enough to cover these rocks. And then usually I have to throw the container away because it's just too hard to clean the resin out. So, and I've got lots of old mugs I use, porcelain mugs and stuff, or you can just use an old plastic container as well. The key is just making sure that you mix it together and just make sure we get the lumps, not lumps, but just no bubbles, no air bubbles. We're almost ready, I'm so excited. Just mixing, 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 see? Making sure there's no bubbles. I think we're bubble free. Okay, so I've got my clean brush. I just make sure there's nothing in it because I don't want anything to mess around with the resin. So I'm gonna give it one more stir, make sure there's no bubbles. You wanna make sure you do it in a well-ventilated room too. And then, now comes the best part. So I'm gonna paint it on. Okay. Use a spoon because I wanna get all this stuff off the spoon. Here we go. Oh, beautiful. And it just goes on magically. The thing is, you don't want to put on too much resin because then if you do, it rolls down the sides and then you've got to do work afterwards and just kind of file it down at the bottom because you don't want to scratch anybody. Okay. This one. Get one more coat on here. There we go. It's beautiful. Beautiful. That's my bird in the background. She's my biggest fan. She loves all my rocks. Except one day she tried to jump on a rock that I was resining, so that wouldn't be too good because she would probably get resined feet. Okay. Oh my gosh, it's just popping. I love it. Okay, so we're gonna just leave that one there. Now I see something like a hair or something. So I'm gonna pull that out and make sure. Okay, and the other thing I use is a silicone mat, because if you don't, everything's gonna stick together. The other thing, you wanna make sure that your rocks aren't stuck together, because I've done that before. So here we go. We're gonna do my owl. Oh, so beautiful. I love it. Love it. I love it. Oh my gosh. This is the best part. I find this so cathartic. It's kind of like you've done all this hard work and prep for the rock, and this is the finishing touches. Okay, here we go. Just gonna go easy. Nice brush strokes. You wanna keep it all even. And the cool part about the resin is if you do it and you're not quite happy with it, you could add another coat. That happened to me one time. I just wasn't happy with how I had painted the resin on. And for some reason, I don't know, it just wasn't going well. So all I did was I added another coat and it was perfect. So that's an option as well. Okay. This is great. Okay, just wanna be very careful. I just love how it pops afterwards. Nice. Okay, so that one's done. And last but not least, we're gonna do my Pride rock. Somebody ordered this from me and I love it. Okay, here it goes. Oh, it's beautiful. I get very excited about this stuff. One thing I like about the rocks is it's really teaching me patience. And if anybody who knows me, I don't have a lot of patience. This is cool. Okay. Uh-oh, and I accidentally just smacked the other rock, so I just gotta fix that there. Good, good. And I'm a bit of a klutz, so sometimes I have to be careful. So I'm gonna just rotate this because I wanna make sure I have a good eye on this rock here. Okay. One last mix, and then we're gonna do this again. Beautiful. Oh, can't wait. Oh, this is stunning. Stunning. Yeah, and then I can show you once I'm done and once we look at these tomorrow, and I'll show you how to take care of them at the bottom. Usually I just file it down. If, like, sometimes the resin bunches up at the bottom, so I just kind of take the brush around and make sure that it's good. There we go. Oh, beautiful. I love it. I love it. Okay, so I'll be back once 24 hours has passed. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna take them down into the washroom downstairs, and I'm gonna put the fan on because we don't want any dust on them because they're absolutely stunning, and to be continued.